Rangers are approaching a pivotal moment behind the scenes as developments in the transfer market begin to gather pace. With interest emerging from the Premier League and discussions starting to take shape, the club could soon be faced with a decision that carries long-term significance. Attention is now turning to how Rangers respond as preparations are made for a potential deal involving top-flight English opposition. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Rangers are bracing themselves for a significant decision, as growing Premier League interest in highly rated goalkeeper Ryden Maguire raises the prospect of a cross-border deal in the near future. The teenage shot-stopper has entered the final 18 months of his Ibrox contract and is attracting renewed attention from clubs south of the border after another impressive season at academy level. Maguire has been a standout performer for Liam Ross's under-19 side and has also gained valuable exposure within the first-team environment over recent campaigns, further elevating his profile. Interest in Maguire is far from new. RFC News revealed last May that Arsenal and Everton were closely monitoring his development, with Everton subsequently seeing a bid in excess of £1 million rejected when the goalkeeper was still just 16. Rangers were determined to retain one of their most highly regarded prospects at the time, but the situation has now evolved as Maguire edges closer to the end of his current deal, having signed his first professional contract only 12 months ago. Talks are expected to take place in the coming weeks as Rangers attempt to secure his long-term future. The stakes are clear. Should Maguire depart upon the expiry of his contract, the club would be entitled only to a nominal development fee. Maguire captained the under-19s in their CAS Elite League draw with Hearts on Monday night, a match that once again drew attention from scouts. Everton remain long-term admirers, but they are now facing competition from Brighton and Hove Albion, Brentford and Bournemouth, all of whom were represented at Rangers. Former Rangers coach Colin Stewart, now on the coaching staff at Liverpool, is also understood to be an admirer of the young goalkeeper. Clubs have already begun making inquiries over what level of fee Rangers would deem acceptable, with the situation being closely monitored ahead of the summer transfer window. For Maguire, the decision will not be taken lightly. A boyhood Rangers supporter, he is keen to understand what pathway exists towards a genuine opportunity in the first team before committing his future. That pathway may soon become clearer. At senior level, Liam Kelly and Kieran Wright are both out of contract at the end of the season, while Jack Butland will enter the final year of his own deal. Elsewhere, Mason Munn is currently on loan at Dunfermline, but has made limited championship appearances. Rangers' determination to protect their academy assets has been evident in recent weeks. The club is close to securing the long-term future of 15-year-old midfielder Kyle Glasgow despite interest from England and Europe, while Ashton Scally and Aidan Crilly have also attracted attention from Premier League sides. Under Danny Rowe, opportunities for youth players remain very real. Zebedee Lawson's recent debut in the Scottish Cup served as a powerful signal to those coming through the ranks, something under-19 coach Liam Ross believes is vital. When Zeb comes on at Ibrox, that's what it's all about, Ross said. It gives everyone belief in the academy that it's possible. We've got a manager willing to put young players in, that's all you can ask for. As Rangers prepare for crucial contract talks with Maguire, the message is clear. Interest from the Premier League is intensifying, and the club must now decide whether to strike a deal or fight to keep another prized academy talent at Ibrox. In other news, Nedim Bajrami may yet have been handed a much-needed lifeline at Rangers after what has been a difficult and stop-start spell in Glasgow. The attacking midfielder arrived in 2024 with a solid reputation built in Italy, but his time in Scotland has so far failed to live up to expectations, leaving his long-term future the subject of persistent speculation. Signed from Serie B side Sassuolo, Bajrami was viewed as a player capable of adding creativity and technical quality in the final third. However, consistent opportunities have been hard to come by. Last year, the Albania international openly admitted his frustration at the lack of minutes, conceding that settling into the side had been far tougher than anticipated. "It's not easy when you want to help the team, but you don't get the rhythm," he said previously. "As a footballer, all you want is to play and show what you can do." That situation has not shifted dramatically this season. Injuries have disrupted any momentum Bajrami might have built, limiting his involvement and preventing him from establishing himself as a regular starter. Across all competitions, he has made 15 appearances, scoring twice, but only 3 of those outings have come from the starting 11. A recent muscle problem sidelined him for a month, and while he returned to action off the bench in the 3-0 win over Dundee, his role has largely remained peripheral. Despite the challenges, it appears Rangers boss Danny Röhl is not yet ready to draw a line under the 26-year-old's time at the club. With the winter transfer window nearing its conclusion, Bajrami had been widely tipped as a potential departure, particularly as Rangers explore ways to trim the wage bill and generate funds for new arrivals. However, that scenario now looks increasingly unlikely. According to the Daily Record, Bajrami will not be forced out before the window closes on February 2nd. The report claims the playmaker could remain part of Röhl's plans for the remainder of the campaign, with another opportunity to prove his worth before any decisions are taken in the summer. One source is quoted as saying, "There's no rush to push him out. The manager still believes he can offer something if he stays fit and gets a run." That stance makes sense given the broader context of Rangers' season. Sitting 4 points behind surprised Scottish Premiership leaders Hearts, while holding a narrow advantage over Celtic, the margins remain fine. If Röhl is to cap off an impressive first campaign in charge, depth and quality across the squad could be crucial during the demanding second half of the season. Transfer activity remains lively. Rangers are closing in on the signing of Ryan Nadari, while Joe Rothwell's short and unhappy spell at the club appears to be nearing its end. Elsewhere, former manager Philippe Clement is reportedly keen on bringing Matondo to Norwich City on loan, as he looks to strengthen his own squad. The club have also stood firm on key assets. A £13 million bid for Youssef Chermiti has been rejected, and interest from Borussia Dortmund in Emmanuel Fernandez was similarly knocked back, underlining a reluctance to weaken the squad mid-season. For Bajrami, the coming weeks could be decisive. With time running out in the window and confidence still fragile, this may represent his final chance to turn promise into impact and justify the faith being shown in him. As he himself once put it, sometimes all a player needs is belief and patience. Rangers may now be offering exactly that. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.